Hey, what's up everyone? Today we just received some hints at the next boss that will be arriving in Palworld. There is a good chance that this next boss will not be a human, but instead will be a pal. We're also going to be taking a look at some new game-breaking bugs and a workaround for one of them. Not only are we going to be discussing those topics, but there is a lot more that we will be talking about in today's video, including a new way to grab a bunch of gold. So as you can tell, there is a lot that we will be going over in today's video. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive right into this. Let's begin by talking about the next Palworld faction leader. As you can see right here, this is a poll that was made over at the official Palworld Discord by the community manager. And as you can tell, it includes Zorain, Lily Evanhart, Axel Travers, Marcus Dryden, and Victor Ashford. What I wanted to know was, why is there a poll? Maybe it's for fun, or maybe this is a great way for the developers to find out what exactly we want as a boss. Turns out this might actually be a possibility, because right here, this is what Bucky had to say over at the official Palworld Discord. I have a feeling the boss we will be introducing on the new island might become a fan favorite, Winky Face. Now at the start, I thought, okay, maybe he's talking about some sort of pal in general, but it turns out he's talking about a faction leader. There was a user over at the Discord that had this to say in response. I assume they will be ... a pretty girl. There was another user who said, what if it's a pal? What's interesting about this is that Bucky did not deny it at all. Instead, this is what he had to say. Palworld already has two pretty girl bosses. So far, it sounds like the next boss will be a man instead of a woman, and what's interesting is that a member had replied with, or a Caprity. Then Bucky responded in general by saying, time for something new. Now hear me out, imagine this, what if the next boss is not a human, but instead is a pal that has learned how to use spheres to capture pals? If that is a possibility, that would be completely wild, and definitely something that is new in Palworld. So what do you think? Do you believe this next boss is going to be a pal that has captured other pals, or will it just be a human boss? Let me know down below in the comments. Continuing on, we're going to talk about some new game-breaking bugs, and one that you absolutely need to watch out for, but there is a workaround for it, and I'm going to show you how to do it. But before I do that, we have to understand what exactly is going on. So pretty much, if you were to create a key item at your workbench, and let's say your pal comes over and picks up the key item, or possibly your workbench is destroyed and then that pal picks it up and takes it to a storage bin. Well, you're pretty much screwed, and why is that? The reason why is because once your item has been placed into some sort of storage, and then you try to transfer that key item into your inventory, you're going to see that when you try to drop it, it's pretty much impossible to do so. Now, thankfully, there is a workaround for this, and what you need to do is place that item, the key item, back inside the storage and delete it. So once you delete the storage, the items will pop out of it and you can then pick it back up. If you were to check your key items, you can see that it's right there. If you have stumbled across this bug and you have not resolved it yet, try this workaround and see if it helps. The second game-breaking bug has to do with this message right here that says, sorry, you're currently prevented from playing online multiplayer games. You will not receive an invitation because multiplayer is restricted in your environment. This one right here is not fun to come across, because at first you might think that you have been banned, and you have not been, by the way. You're not banned. What's actually going on right now is that when it comes down to this next update, if you have yet to update, or let's say that you have, but it's not going through, well, what you will need to do is manually update it. So try that out and see if that resolves that problem. And last but not least, we have to talk about this one because it's a big one. Why is it big? Because a lot of you have recently lost your save. The reason why some of you have lost your save is because when that whole bug was going on with multiplayer and the developers, or specifically the community manager, said, do not start up a save or do not start up a new save in multiplayer. Well, surprisingly enough, some of you have actually done this. You are now completely reset back to level 1, and there is no way to grab your saves once more. It's It's just how it is. For example, right here, this member over on Reddit named Jaffo had this to say: new patch for Xbox 0.2.1.0 broke my game. Looks like the new patch broke our new save game. Me and my wife started a new save with the version 0.2.0.6 patch on Xbox, and when we logged in today with version 0.2.1.0, it asked me to create a new player. My base and my pals are there, but they're not mine anymore, and my guy is back to level 1. And as you can tell right there, this player right here had just recently lost his whole entire save. Sure, his pals are there, his base is there, but it's no longer his. And that is why when the developers, or specifically the community manager over at the official Palworld Discord, had said, hey, do not create a new save, because pretty much if you do, it's going to go south. And what do you know? It has. Overall, if you have done this, then there is no workaround for it. Maybe, except maybe there is. Maybe there is a way that if you do have a backup of the server, there potentially might be your save in there. So grab that and see if that helps and try to replace it. If it does, let me know down below in the comments. And lastly here, I would like to talk to you guys about a new way to acquire a lot of gold. And I mean, it's a lot, guys. What we need to do is locate our base wherever our PAL box is located on the map and fast travel to that location. What you will need to do is wait it out till the Wandering Merchant pops up and make sure that you do have the Ring of Mercy equipped. Talk to the PAL, and what you will notice is that there are 2 items here. There will be some bones and PAL fluids that you can purchase. Now, before we do that, we absolutely need to grab some cash, and we need to capture this merchant right here. And how you can do that is equip the Ring of Mercy, as I mentioned before, and then throw a PAL sphere. Also, the reason why we do have Ring of Mercy equipped is because if we were to attack the merchant, this will keep him alive with 1 HP, which will make it easier to capture. This merchant will also show up as a level 1, so he will be incredibly weak, so that is why we have that item equipped. We now want to locate the island on the right side, and this is going to be the point of interest called Eastern Wild Islands. What we need to do is head towards the west and locate the Black Marketeer. We are going to be able to take him out multiple times and grab cash. The reason why we are doing this is so that we can purchase both the bones and the PAL fluids. For example, right here is the Black Marketeer. We'll take him out, grab the cash, and you might as well grab the key. Then you'll hop on top of your mount and travel towards the east. Once you have done so, you can turn around and then you'll see that the Black Marketeer has respawned. And again, the only reason why we're doing this is so that we can buy some PAL fluid and bones, and then we can prep to make more money. And I'll show you how that's done right now. Now that we're back at the base, we are going to choose production and then production assembly line 2. And next you want to build a stone pit. The reason why is because we need both stone, PAL fluid, and bones. This way we can create some cement. But wait, we have yet to purchase some PAL fluid and bones. If we head over towards the Wandering Merchant, we can then purchase both of those items. Max it out so that you have 99 of each. So 999 for bones, 999 for PAL fluid. Place those items inside your box, and we can then produce some cement. Note that when it comes down to creating cement, you will need some PALs that are great with work speed. We also need to create a sphere assembly line 2. Let's go ahead and interact with this assembly line, and we're going to create hyper spheres. We need ingot and we need some wood. The only way to get some ingot is if you were to create a ore mine, which is what I highly recommend because you can grab a bunch of ingot easily. And also, if you're wondering about the wood, that right there should not be a struggle at all because there's wood literally everywhere on the map. Anyways, what you will need to do now is start mining away and then turn those ores into some material. Once you have enough ingot, you're going to head back to your PAL sphere assembly line, and we are going to craft 999 hyperspheres. The requirements are 2,997 palladium fragments, 2,997 ingot, 9,990 wood, and then 1,998 cement. This right here is all that you will need in order to create 990 hyperspheres. Again, make sure that your work speed is great when it comes down to your pals because this will make it 10 times easier when it comes down to, of course, crafting these items, but also yielding some money. We can now have some fun here and sell those items. When you do sell those hyperspheres, it's going to give you about 3 million in cashola. What you can do now is rinse and repeat this as much as you like because you already have a bunch of cash, and now you can purchase some bones and pal fluids. This right here is the end of the video. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it so much, and if you have, make sure that you have subscribed and turned on those notifications. If you have yet to do so, make sure that you have joined the Discord down below and you are following the Twitter account. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and I will see you all in the next video.